Sometimes I log into a course and I'm lost before I even get started, which causes me to go into a bit of a brainstorm panic. So I thought we would just kick it off. If you feel that way, then let me show you a couple things. First, all of the announcements will show up on your home page at the top. And then following that is the information about the course that you are going to want to read and study before you even get started in the course. Generally, I find with myself that if I get lost in a class, it's because I didn't read a page. I skipped something. And now I don't know what I'm doing all of a sudden because I missed something. So I'm going to show you a couple quick things to avoid that. First, all of your assignments are located in the modules. All of your discussion boards are located in the discussions. And your grade center is right here. There's some tutoring situations going on here. You see my screen, so you won't see all of these choices. You will see home, announcements, modules, discussions, grades, Pisces for Tuesday, and Net Tutor, and the library. Okay, so if you want a Zoom meeting, you would email me here and let me know that you need a Zoom meeting. But before we have a Zoom meeting about anything other than topics, you need to have given it your best shot. So first, let's take a look over here at the modules. When you click on the modules, you'll see that the important things to look for are the pages and study each page. I've made very sure that there's no fluffy content in here. Everything is important and everything is pertinent to the course. So I know I've taken things too where I just go blah, 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 but this is really important. So we're going to start right there. And then what's kind of neat is that at each page there's a little arrow that says next. And that way I know I'm not missing any pages. This is that topic lock that you will be seeing when you get started. And so as soon as I studied that, then I scroll down here once again to that little button that says next. Takes me to the next page. Some pages are short, some pages are long. This is to let you see your cyber cafe, which is your small group that you're going to be in. This is what I see when I open up your cyber cafe. I see the groups and I see how many posts that group has submitted. I don't really go in and read the posts too much because that is your special place with your cyber cafe group. But I make sure that you follow the instructions. You'll see a tutorial and that'll tell you exactly what to do, instructions, and there are the things that you're going to want to do. Okay, back to the modules. As we go through each step, you're going to want to, you'll see that assignments come up later. And all of these are important or they wouldn't be there. And that's an important thing for you to know whenever you want to skip something and go, do I need to know that? Some of these pages are just a paragraph long, but it's important information for you to understand. Now we get down into actual study documents. You don't have a textbook for this course. You don't have to go out and buy any kind of textbook that's $220. You just have to read every page in the course. And I've taken out any of that fluff in there. This is super fun. Anything that I say is fun really is fun. So we have lots of these little assignments. These are very creative and fun. And you'll always look for that magic word submit here. And that's where you will know to go and submit the assignment regardless of what that is. And then as each module ends, you'll see a little end cap for the end of the module. And you'll see that some assignments don't have a lot of pages of instruction. But once you get into, for example, My Music, where you pick a piece of music that you like, you'll see the tutorials in there. And you'll want to follow those, and you'll have a PDF of instructions. Fun? See, I told you it's fun. You're having fun already, I can tell. Now then you go on down, and some of the assignments have longer instructions. This is the Americana essay. You can see the pages that are there, and then the end cap for the end of that module. And of course, right before you end the module, you will have submitted something wonderful. And next is the dinner party, and I realized that the dinner party has a lot of pages. And yes, you do want to study all of these pages because you have a proposal for your dinner party to make sure you're on the right track. You don't want to go through all this, write an essay, and then find out at the end that you were off on the wrong track all along. This is the most heavily weighted assignment in the course. And so you want to make sure that you have studied every single page. I also wrote this essay myself, and I have videotaped myself writing the essay. So you can follow along with me, and that'll make sure that you don't ever get lost. So each time you open something, you'll see all of the wonderful content and the tutorials and everything. So that's designed to help. Again, everything in this course is designed for your success. There's not one page, not one assignment, not one piece of information or tutorial that tests you to see if you're good enough. You are good enough. You're smart enough. You're brilliant. And everything in this course is set up to prove that to you and allow you to demonstrate that. Literally, the only time students fail is when they don't read the pages and they go in and they try to do something in a hurry. And that's the only time I see people really fail. And then we have, after the dinner party, it's a nice little breather. This is a very fun assignment where you pick a documentary, a short documentary that you're interested in. If you're interested in it, so am I. And a short narrative film or an episodic pilot, one of those Netflix series, you'll watch the pilot and you do a short document about that. This is a nice little breather, you know, after that dinner party, which is a challenging essay, but a fun one, but challenging. And then we have this nice little film study break, and then we go into completing this final essay. And again, there are a lot of instructions, but there are some things that need to be measured in this creative writing essay. You're going to actually write a story of your own. And that story that you write that's all your own has to contain a motif, symbols, a world of the story, point of view, a voice, who's telling the story, is the character telling the story, is an omniscient narrator telling the story, and how it's organized. And that's it. That's where you find the assignments that are due. Now, the discussion boards are over here, and you will see pinned discussion. Those are the ones that are early, that are due pretty soon. And they need to be taken care of right away. And then this one, the Cyber Cafe login, takes place every Monday. So if it's pinned to your discussions, then you know to go in every Monday and do that. There's the introduction to your Cyber Cafe. You're going to discuss my music with your Cyber Cafe folks. You're going to discuss your final topic with your Cyber Cafe folk. And you're going to do a discussion board for birthday babies. Those are all the required discussion boards that there are. Now that's not so much, is it? Is it? Really? No. Now, you will have a weekly login to your Cyber Cafe to see if anybody asked a question that you might answer, or see if the question that you asked was answered. And there are instructions about that Monday login whenever you click there, right? Now, if you're like me, and you say, well, you know, that's all fine, that's all just fine, but I'm lost. Well, if that's the case, then I want you to look at the instructions for whatever particular assignment you are dealing with, and I want you to find the words that are confusing. Every assignment has a PDF of instructions, and it has a tutorial. So as you're looking through the instructions and looking through the tutorial, I want you to tell me exactly what doesn't make sense so we know what to take care of. And then you're welcome to email me and say, I don't understand what the words this means. Or when you say this, I don't know what that means. That way I know exactly how to answer your question, and it shows me that you've already studied the course materials, which are the instructions, the tutorial, and you still are a little fuzzy on things. And then I can answer you back specifically and tell you whatever words didn't make sense, what I wanted you to see from that. Okay? Now, when it comes to your topics, if you want to discuss with me your topics and how you might develop those topics, that's when we can set up a Zoom meeting and we can discuss your topic and how you might go about doing that in a Zoom meeting. I'm getting pretty good at this Zoom thing. I bet you are too. And so that's the ways that we can communicate. Again, if it's instructions that have to do with an assignment, make sure you have read these instructions and watched the tutorial and then ask me a question. If it has anything to do with technical things, you can't get something submitted, it won't accept this work, something else happens, you need to call the help desk. And I'm going to give you the number for the help desk, the 800 number, and I'm going to show it to you right here. Right over here in your left menu bar, there's this little question mark, and that brings up these options. What you're going to want to do is go right down here to the 800 number. That 800 number is open 24/7. Any one of these 8 numbers are open 24/7. And you can tell them what your problem is, and that's actual Canvas people. Now, here at Valley College, we're very lucky because we have a wonderful Canvas support staff. But if it's after hours, then call that 844 number and talk to somebody who is from Canvas, and they will help you with any technical support issues. So that wraps up this little tutorial showing you where things are located. Below this announcement, you're going to find a navigation tutorial that goes into more detail about what the content of the course is. All right? This is going to be great fun. Don't let this intimidate you at all. Just lean into it just like you were on a motorcycle ride. And just lean into the curve and learn as you go along. It gets easier as you go, and we're all here to help you together. And remember, your Cyber Cafe group can answer questions for you as well. All right? That concludes this tutorial, and welcome to the course. Now, if you would please just go down below, click reply, and say got it. That's all you need to write. That's it.